Cruelty to what animal now? Yeah, so today's April 1st. I still haven't heard anything from the BC Ministry of Poverty Creation's minister, the RCMP, the BC Human Rights Tribunal, and BC Ombudsperson's offices. So what I need to do now, because I've been rationing the rest of my cat's food, and the wet food. There's a big bag left of dry food, but the wet food is I mix, and you can see sometimes he wants the craving. I shared one of my last 4 eggs with him. I gave him one already. The other 3 are for me with some leftover turkey cold cuts that I'd cooked so they wouldn't go bad. Poverty doesn't scare me so much. I feel bad about my cat, and there's some more outdated cans that I've been working on, but that's not really for the cat. So I'm thinking, because my human rights, or the poverty that seems to be taking up a lot of my problem-solving time that is caused by my own governments, is not fun and not fair. I was thinking maybe of doing a service request with the BCAA, declaring animal cruelty because... and you say, well, why did you get a cat? Well, first of all, it's not fun being alone as an Homo sapien. And second of all is that cat needed to be given away, right? Because a person had 4 and needed to get rid of the younger one for the move to a different city. But also, it was free. So the person offered a few things with it. And of course, that food and that litter is gone, and I don't have any more litter, so that's something that maybe the $70 I have left when I go into town tomorrow is going to be half cat stuff. So one of the service requests for emergency shelter for them to catch up on how they're stealing money from me, the BC government, based on their own policies, and that the RCMP isn't even responding on for theft and fraud and all that stuff, is half of it will be for cat stuff. So if I do and this service request for emergency shelter, because they just don't have workers to make a phone call or open an attachment. So it's from February 22nd. That's more than a month, man. That's it's like more than 5 weeks, going on 6 weeks. So yeah, I don't think they take human beings seriously, but maybe they'll take my cat seriously. So I might do that. And I was thinking of doing a GoFundMe for my cat, and to have a limit of how much the account would hold, and that I would put as a transparent captain of accountability, I would put screenshots of the balance and the receipts and what, or photos of what they're used for, only for that. I was also thinking of doing a GoFundMe to help the BC Ministry of Poverty Creation find the funds to give me the money they owe me so they don't have to steal from me, and the RCMP don't have to have stress to not know what to do, as they still have their paychecks coming in, because there's no conflict of interest with them receiving a paycheck, as they don't do their job, right? Because, they wouldn't, like a lot of people, it's funny, they don't get it, is I can pass their criminal record checks, but if the RCMP, most of them, let's say I would interact with, is them or people that actually ask you to fill out the forms for these criminal record checks for jobs, they wouldn't pass my own ethics assessment, and also through the accountability task force, they would not pass the test to be of a good character. It's kind of weird, and it's kind of insulting when I'm asked that, and often I'm asked even more when I show these morals and ethics to be higher than these employers or the norm or these governments that are failing. So GoFundMe would be very clear. This is to go fund the BC Ministry of Poverty Creation, because they can't meet their mandate. And man, I might even have to do one for GoFund the RCMP, who don't have enough resources to do police work, or the BC Human Rights Tribunal, the BC Ombudsperson. That would be my next step. I mean, you're going to think, hey, this guy's insane. Why should we take him seriously? Well, I have the evidence to show, that you guys don't do your job. So, I mean, you can call somebody with evidence insane if you want. I mean, poor Julian Assange. I mean, there's this guy's just showing who the corrupted people are, and you're like torturing him for decades. I mean, this is who you are as a failed people primate species.